Hello students, welcome to Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School online classes. Today we are going to start chapter number 9, Variables and Data Types in Python of class 7, Computers. In this chapter we are going to learn about the topics like variables, assigning value to the variable, multiple assignment, standard data types and concatenation of string. So let us start the chapter. First of all, we have variables. So a variable is a quantity which can store value in the computer memory. Like in maths, you see that you say a is equal to 6. It means a has the value 6. So in mathematics, a variable holds certain value. Similarly, in Python, it is a memory location. It is the name for a memory location that contains the value. If a value is not assigned to a variable, that will cause an error in the program. Now, while we are giving the names to the variable, there are some rules for this one. First is the variable name should be descriptive. That is, whatever name we are giving to the variable, it should describe what work it is doing. Like suppose if we want to calculate the sum of two variables, so in that case the third variable which is calculating the sum, in which the sum is being stored, it should have a name like sum, so that by looking at it or by reading it we can know that this variable will hold the sum of the other two values. Next rule is it must begin with the letter A to Z or capital A to Z or an underscore. Whenever we are giving the name to a variable, it can start with a small letter or capital letter or with an underscore, and it should not start with a digit, otherwise it will create an error. Next is it should start with a lowercase letter, for example x, y, z, etc. And after this we have a variable name can contain alphabet, digit and underscore, but no other character is allowed for other purpose. Like it can have the alphabet, digit or other underscore, but no other special character is allowed. The word or the name can start with an underscore followed by letter, underscore or digits, but it does not allow the punctuation characters like at the rate, dollar, percentage. These types of signs are not allowed, as well as the spaces are not allowed. If we want to give the name like simple interest, so these are the two words. Either we can join them with the underscore or we need not to give any space between them. Also, the reserved words in Python cannot be used as a name of the variable. Some of the reserved words in Python are the keywords like false, none, class, finally, del, for, is, return. This full table consists of the reserved keywords. They cannot be used as a name of a variable in the Python program, right? After this we have assigning value to the variable. So in order to give a value to the variable, the syntax for that is variable is equal to expression. This is the given syntax and it can be written like this: x equals to 20. Equal to is the assignment operator, and the right side we have the value and the left side we have the name of the variable. If we give the statement x equals to 20, print x, so it will give us the output as 20. So x equals to 20, it is an assignment statement and it associates a value with a variable, and equal to sign is known as the assignment operator. It assigns a value 20 to the variable x. Now a variable may be assigned and reassigned as often as necessary. The type of variable will change if it is reassigned. Suppose first time you have given the value of x is 20 and next time you give the value of x is 30. Then if you say print x, it will print the recent value of x, that is 30. Now we have the print statement, print x. So what this statement will do? This statement prints the variable x current value. Whatever is the value of the variable x, that value will be printed. And if x has the value 20, the statement prints 20. And if any other value has been changed, that value will be printed. But one more thing is there, that if we say print x in the double quotes, so anything which is typed in the double quotes or the single quotes is treated as a string. So that will give you the output only as x. And if you say print x without any single or double quotes, then the value of that variable will be printed. Like x has the value 20 or 30 or 40. So accordingly that variable value 20, 30 or 40 will be printed, right? You can see here in the window, here it has x equals to 20 and here it has written print x. So it is without the double or the single quotes. That is why the output has come 20. But now we have taken print x in the double quote. So that is why the output has come x and not the value of x, because now it is considered as a string. You can see the changes in the color also. Here it is in green color and here it is in black color, right? Next we have multiple assignments. Multiple assignments means if we want to assign one value to more than one variable, that can be done using the multiple assignment. The syntax for this is variable 1 equals to 2 equals to 3 till number of variables is equal to whatever is the value. For example, if I say x equals to y equals to z equals to 1, it means the value of x is also 1, the value of y is also 1 and the value of z is also 1, right? Next we have the another window which shows you the value of x, y and z. So here what we have done, we have taken x equals to y is equal to z equals to 1, and here you can see that when we say print x, then the value of x is 1. Again if we say print z, then it is also 1, and if we say print y, then it is also 1. So this is known as multiple assignment. And we can also assign multiple objects to the multiple variables. That is, multiple variable can have the different value. Like here we have written a, b, c is equal to 1, 2 and numbers. So this a will have the value 1 and the b will have the value 2 and the c will have the value numbers. The values are taken or given to the variables left to right. At the leftmost first position we have the number 1 which will be given to a, then 2 will be given to b and numbers will be given to c. Here you can see in the output, here when a is printed value is 1, then b with 2 and then in the c it is numbers. Okay. Next we have which of the following is a valid variable name. So in this case we have to just understand the rules which we have learned. First is NAME, name. So we can say that it is a valid variable name, although it can start with a capital letter, and it is name, it is a valid variable. User defined, then B is str. Str is capital S is there. We have learned in the rules that it should be small, so we, although that will not be an error in Python, it will say str as the correct one. Then item code, there is an underscore between the two words, so that is also correct. Class @5. Here you can see the symbol is there. So in this case, due to the symbol @ which is not allowed in Python, this is not a valid variable, because except underscore no other special character is allowed in Python. Next we have the standard data types. So data type basically specify what type of value a variable has and what type of mathematical relation or logical operation can be applied on it without causing the error. So main work of data type is to tell that what type of value is there in that particular variable, whether it is a numeric value or string value or any other value. Now various data types in Python are, the first one is numbers. Number data type stores the numerical values, like we have here variable 2 is equal to 87, variable 1 has some value, so this is your numbers type. And after this we have the string type. So string type is used to store a collection of characters. Here we have y is equal to 12.75 and 87. So 87 is an integer type of value. Integer value means which is whole number, and 12.7 is a float value, which means it is a decimal point number. Then string is a sequence of letters or characters. They can be enclosed either in double quotes or in the single quotes. And the quotes are not the part of the string. They only tell the computer that this is a string and it should be treated as a string in Python. So same way we have to do this one, and in string like hello world is written, it is in the single quotes, this is also a string. And here we have two operators, one is the plus operator and one is the multiplication operator. The name of this plus operator is concatenation operator, and the name of this star operator is the repetition. It is used for repetition. So if I say string into 2, so my string is hello world, so it will print hello world, 2 times the output will come. But if you say hello world plus hello, so it will join the string hello world hello like this, and when it joins the string there is no gap, right? So concatenation operator is the plus sign, it is represented by a plus sign, and repetition operator is represented by the multiplication sign. After that we have the list data type. So list data type is a container which holds the different types of elements, integer, float, string, any type, and it is represented by the square brackets. Here you can see the list is represented, and the square bracket shows that this is a list. It can have different types of elements. Again in this the plus sign is the concatenation operator and asterisk sign is the repetition operator. Okay. After this we have the tuples. Tuples are similar to the list. In this also we can store any number of elements and any type of elements. But in this case, in place of the square brackets, we have the parenthesis, that is the brackets. And here also we can use the plus sign for the concatenation and multiply sign for the repetition of the tuples. Next we have concatenation of string. Now when we talk about the concatenation of string, first of all we should understand what is a string. String is basically a collection of characters. If I say A, B, it is a string. If I say A, it is also a string. If I say your name Ravi, Rohan, Neha, that is also a string. So the collection of the characters is a string and it is represented in the quotation mark. This is a very important property of the string. It is represented in the quotation marks, and computer understands only the binary data like 0 or 1. So whatever you type in computer, it gets converted into the binary form. So if you want to create a string in Python, the creation is very simple. You have to just put them in the single or the double quotes. So this will represent that that particular value is a string. And now after this we have this example, like we say A is equal to Ram. So when we say A is equal to Ram and we print A, then it gives us the same value or the collection of characters, that is Ram. If we say print var1, so var1 contains the string hello world and we have printed that one, so it will give us the output as hello world. Output is shown in the blue color and whatever we type, it is shown by green color. That is considered as a string. Okay, after this we have the concatenation of the string. Suppose we want to join the string. Like here we have string 1 as hello and we have string 2 as welcome to Python programming. If we want to join these two, we can write the statement print string 1 plus string 2. So here we have done the concatenation of the string and it gives us the output as hello, welcome to Python programming. Here you can see between hello and welcome there is no gap. Okay. Similarly, if we want to repeat a string any number of times, we can use this asterisk operator. It can be used to repeat a string given number of times. Like here you can see the example. Here it is written hello world and we have written here string into 2. So this is our string. str stores the value hello world. So when we say string into 2, so it will say hello world, hello world. That is 2 times the string will get printed as an output on the screen. Right. After this we have the question answers, that is the exercise part. The first is tick the correct answer. First is which of the following is a valid variable name. So we have learnt about the valid variable name, that is they should not start with a digit, and they should contain only the underscore as a special symbol, not other. So valid means which will not cause any error. So the first one is total underscore marks. This is right. Total @ marks wrong because @ is a special character, not allowed. Similarly in C part dollar sign is there which is not allowed. So the correct answer is A part. Second question is which of the following is a reserved word in Python. Reserved word means which has a special meaning. So that is the import. Next we have which of the following sign is used to concatenate string. It means to join the string. So we have learned that string can be concatenated with the help of plus sign. Next we have which of the following is not a standard data type. We have learned about 4 data types in this chapter, that is the number, string, list and tuple. So the operators is not any data type. Fifth is which of the following is an assignment statement, means giving the value. So we have x equals to 5, x greater than 5, 5 is equal to x. We know that assignment statement is specified by the equal to operator, although in the A and C part both have the equal to operator, but we also know that variable comes to the left side and value comes to the right side. So the correct answer is A part, that is x equals to 5, right? Now we move on to fill in the blanks. The first fill up says dash is a quantity which can store value in the computer memory. So the quantity is variable. Next we have the dash sign is used to assign a value to a variable. We have the equal to sign for assigning the value. So the answer of second is equal to. Then third is equal to sign is known as a dash operator. It is known as assignment operator. Assignment operator. Then dash is an ordered sequence of letters. We have learned that letters, the sequence of letters is shown by, it is represented as a string. So the dash is the ordered sequence of letters. So the ordered sequence of letters is known as string. Next we have is dash operator is used to repeat a string for a given number of times. That is the multiplication operator or the asterisk operator or the star operator. You can see you have to make the symbol here. Okay. So these are our fill in the blanks. After this we have identify the name of the valid and invalid variable names and also specify the reason for the invalid variable's name. So when we talk about the first one, EPOD, this is a valid variable name as it does not have the special characters and it is user defined. Next is employee dot code. Full stop is not allowed, dot is not allowed, it is invalid. Elif, it is invalid because it is a reserved word. Then underscore employee code, this is right because any identifier or variable can start with an underscore. Employee underscore code 11, this is also right because letters are there, underscore is there and code is there, this is also right. Then we have employee hash undercode, this is wrong because here hash is coming which is not allowed. Then 9 space employee code, this is also wrong because the variable name cannot start with a digit and there can be no spaces as well. So we have learned about which are the valid and the invalid variable names. Next is write the output of the following code. So in order to find the output of this code, first we have a is equal to 10, print a. So it is neither in the double quote nor in the single quote. So here what will be the output? It will give us the output as 10. So here the output will come as 10. Okay. Next we have is x equals to 4, y is equal to x into 4. So y is x into 4, value of x is 4. 4 into 4 is 16. So it says print y. So the output will be 16, right? Next we have z equals to 5. So this is a string and says print z. So what will come as the output? FIVE 5 without the double quotes will come as the output. Then it says welcome to plus Python. So here two strings are there which are getting concatenated. Concatenation means joining. So it will say welcome to Python. PO2, after that no gap and then P should start Python, right? These are the answers of the coding questions. Then we have the short answer question. The first question is what is a variable? So in this question you have to write down that a variable is a name of a memory location in Python. Then what is the concatenation of string? Concatenation of string means joining the two strings together or more than two strings together. Third question is what is the iteration of string? Iteration of string means repeating the string multiple number of times or the specified number of times, that is known as iteration of a string. Fourth question is what is an assignment statement? So assignment statement help us to assign a value to a variable where the variable comes to the left side and the value comes to the right side. It is done with the help of equal to, which is known as the assignment operator, right? Next we have long answer questions. The first is explain any two data types supported by Python. So in the chapter we have learned about the four data type: numbers, list, tuples and string. Out of that any two you have to write down the names and explain them. Okay. Second question is explain the rules of naming a variable. Write any three rules in this one. That is, a variable cannot start with a digit. It can only have the special character as underscore and it can have no other special character except the underscore, and there should be no spaces between the two words that can be joined by an underscore, right? Now we have the application based question. The first question is Jatin had written a Python code and had used name @ 5 as a variable name and he has pressed the enter key, so syntax error was shown by the interpreter. What can be the reason for this error? We know that the name of a variable can have only underscore as a special character. So the error is he has used a special character except the underscore. That is why the error is coming, because these types of special characters are not allowed in Python for having the variable names. Next is Shubhangi wants to write a Python code to repeat her computer book's name 5 times. How can she display this? We know that the repetition operator is the asterisk sign. So she should say print. In the bracket she should write the name of the book, like the book is IT book or whatever is the name of the book, IT book, asterisk operator and numeric 5 and close the parenthesis. And then when she will press the enter key, she will see that the particular name is repeated 5 times. Okay. So these are the application based questions. Now in the lab what you have to do is you have to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle. This you can practice in Python. You need to find the area and perimeter of rectangle. Length and breadth is given. So first enter the length and breadth in Python. software, and then area is length multiply by breadth, and perimeter is 2 multiply length plus breadth. This way you can give the print statement to show the output. And second question is write a program to display your name 10 times. So for this you can save the asterisk operator. Type your name, give the print statement, in the bracket type your name, whatever is your name, in the double quotes, and asterisk operator, and write their numeric 10 and close the parenthesis. As soon as you press the enter key, you will see that your name will come 10 times on the screen. Okay students, so with this we have covered this chapter. I hope you have understood the topics which we have discussed today. Give a thorough reading to this chapter. If any doubt is there, you can message. Till then, have a good day. I'll meet you in the next video. Take care of yourself.